Hello everyone, welcome to Mariner's Point. Here we are going to discuss electrical written numerical questions. Question on the screen we have a 4-pole lap on DC shunt generator has an open EMF of 250 volt when the flux per pole is 0.08 Weber and the speed is 10 revolution per second. The speed of the generator is reduced to 10% and the flux per pole is increased by 5%. When the generator supplies a load of 100 ampere, we have to calculate the terminal voltage, the armature resistance is given, and the new total field current resistance is 200 ohm. These are the data we have given and we have to calculate terminal voltage. Terminal voltage value we have to find. Data we have given, we can see poles four type already mentioned lap and open circuit, that means no load. No load EMF is given. You can see 250 volt flux per pole. Initial flux per pole is given. A speed 10 revolution per second is given. Load current is given. Armature resistance is given and field current resistance is given. A speed reduced, how much reduced? It reduced by 10%. If you assume first speed is n1, then n2 becomes 0.9 n1 because it reduced by 10%. Okay, flux increased by 5%. The new flux will be 1.055. Okay, some data we have to calculate to find the terminal voltage. First, we will calculate EMF equation for DC generator. As we know that formula for EMF is P phi Z N 60A. What it means? What is the all parameter? What it, is given? P is number of poles, phi flux per pole represented by its SI unit is Weber. Z total number of armature conductor, N speed, A number of parallel path. A is number of parallel path. Now, but we are not given. In the above equation, we have seen value of Z or A is not given, and there is no relation given in between Z or A. Okay. Now, one equation we will use here. We will use ratio method for the same machine. EMF, EMF E2 by E1, E1 and E2 is EMF. That is phi 2 N2, phi 1 N1. It comes from the above equation. How? EMF P by 60A. Okay. EMF is equal to P by Zn by 60A. Relation of A and Z is not given. For same machinery, we can assume it will be same. Then EMF is directly proportional to I and N. So we can write EMF is directly proportional to I or N. So E2 by E1 is equal to I2, N2, I1 and N1. One relation we have, you can see. Now two things given. Let us assume first speed is n1. Now it reduced by 9 10%. Then n2 becomes 0.9 n1, and similarly for flux it will become 1.505 I1. We will use in the formula we have find above. So you can now see formula. When we use this formula, then value of E2 you can find 250 into 0.945, that is 236 into 236.25. even is given in the first condition. Okay, then we have calculated EMF. Now we will calculate field current. So field current is equal to terminal voltage by field resistance, and we have to calculate terminal voltage, which is terminal voltage. Okay, so now next, terminal voltage. Next, terminal voltage is equal to, in DC generator we know that E is equal to E plus IA RA. So V is equal to E minus IA RA. Then we will get this relation, and we already know that armature current is equal to load current and field current. We know this one. So now field current, terminal voltage by field resistance. Now we can write using the above formula. IL is given and IF we already calculated. Then we can know armature current. Armature current, how we know? Armature current is equal to IL plus IF. IF we calculated from formula, and IL is given 100 ampere. So we will get IA. Now terminal voltage we calculated E minus IA in RA. Then we will use this formula here. Then we will get terminal voltage. Then terminal voltage is equal to this one. Now we will put the value of IA in terminal voltage. We will now put the value of IA in this equation. Then we will get Vt is equal to this. Okay. Now we can solve and find terminal voltage. After substituting, we will get the value of terminal voltage, which is equal to 230.18. So what I have done for finding the terminal voltage, as we know that EMF is equal to V plus IA RA in DC generator. So this terminal voltage is equal to E minus IA into RA. Now EMF we have to calculate. Then we use proportional formula, as we know that P phi Z N by 60A. Using this we find E2, because flux change and any change. Then we have find EMF. Now we have to find IA and RA. Then IA is equal to, as we know that, V by RF. RF we already calculated using this formula. In substituting, you can see above. I will show you. You can simply see IA, how we calculated, and how IF calculated. So simply we have to put the formula. You have to only remember this formula. IA we know that, RA we know that, E2 we have calculated. Okay. So we have to only substitute the value, then we will get answer. You can see IF and IA. Thank you.